This is the Yoka TV streaming box. This is their IPX2 model. This particular streaming box has a portal, and you can also sideload it if you want.
Disclaimer, this video is not sponsored. The Yoka TV streaming box is sent to be at no charge for review and testing purposes only. I have no paid affiliate links and no financial ties to Yoka TV or Amazon. All opinions are my own. Always follow your local laws regarding streaming and apps for informational and educational use only. Now, back to the video.
This is the on box, and I've talked about this in other videos, but it's about half the cost of one of these. So why would I recommend this box for the year 2026? Well, it has a lot to do with Google and some changes that might be coming down. And if you'd like to know more about what this box can do versus this box, well, keep watching because you're watching Blue Collar Guy. Okay, we're back. So today we're talking about the Yoka TV IPX2 streaming box, and it has a portal. So why would you get this box versus one of these boxes? Because this is about $55 and this is over $100. Well, it gives you flexibility. It gives you the right to do with what you want to do and how you want to do it. So if you want to do some side loading, you can. It gives you the flexibility for that. And it's also using a non-certified version of Android. This is actually using an older version, Android 11. Now they are making a newer box. It's going to be a newer version, but today we're going to be talking about this model because it's still going to be operating on the same basis. In other words, the other ones will have a portal to that sort of thing. You see where I'm going with this. But this is not a fully loaded box, but it is a very configurable box, meaning that if you like to play around with these things, if you're the type of person that like to put IPTV on your computer and that sort of thing, this is right up your alley because it will allow you to do much more than other streaming boxes, including those fully loaded boxes, and it's a little bit cheaper than one of those would cost you. So before we go any further, I would like to disclose that Yoka TV did send me out this box for the purpose of review and testing only. So the other thing I need to disclose is that this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. So if you decide to sideload one of these boxes, you need to be aware of all your local, state, and federal laws before doing so to make sure that you're following within the law and that you're not breaking any copyright infringement laws. And it's very important that I disclose that so that you're aware that if you do something like that with a box, that you could be getting yourself into a lot of trouble. Now we're going to go to the downward shot. We're going to take this box out of the box and see what you get in the box. Okay, so we have the Yoka TV box, and I'm just going to zoom out a little tiny bit. Move my cable over here. We're going to take this thing out of the box. This is the IPX2. It's 4 gigabytes, 32 gigabytes of storage. Now, the specs on this box, and I'm just going to flip it over here. Okay, so this is an Android box. This has got HDMI cable, it's got a manual, Bluetooth remote control, and a power adapter. On the back of the box, it says that we have Android 11, 4 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of storage. It has high-speed Ethernet. It does 2.4G and 5G, 2T2R, Bluetooth voice remote, because you can do searching with the remote for Google and all that other good stuff. And it has 4K Ultra HD, Google Assistant, Yoka TV Online. We're going to talk about that because that has to do with the portal. Yoka App Store, and over-the-air updates to make sure that the box keeps running. So, I'm going to flip it over and see if there's anything else written on any part of the box. And again, Android 11, Google Assistant, Yoka App Store, and over-the-air updates. Nothing written on this side. So, let's get this out of here. I have been waiting a while to do this video. This box is very well packaged. I would say that it's professionally packaged. It looks really good. And oh yeah, it's wrapped really nice. It's got a nice wrap right over top of the box itself. So you're not going to complain about the unboxing of the box. That's a tongue twister. It even has mounts to hang it on the wall if you want. There's something unique. Tells you the model number and everything on here. And the serial number, I might have to blur that out. And on this side here, I'll take this out. And we're gonna get here, take this out. And everything is white, and I kind of like that. If you're wanting to be very decorative, I think that's just, the remote, the adapter is pretty good quality. I've got nothing against the adapter. HDMI cable, a white one. Don't see that too often. And a nice big remote control. And we have our manual. Okay, so let's just back up. All right. And as you can see, I have a unique backdrop. This is new to the channel. This is just a kid's little scribbler, but when I want to point things out, I can actually draw right on it, make arrows and all kinds of stuff, you know, and if I want to make it go away, I just click that. So we've got input outputs, and we have our HDMI, that's your Ethernet. This is an AV, so this is for older TVs, and this is for an infrared remote. This is like an extender or a blue or infrared blaster. Not necessary if you're using a Bluetooth remote, in my opinion. This is for your soundbar. This is your toss link. You connect directly to your soundbar, which is nice. And this is your 12 volt in. I believe it's 12 volt. Is it 12 volt? It is 12 volt. Yeah, I was right. On this side, you have USB 3.0, regular USB, and a micro SD card slot. So that if you want to play your photos and things like this, this is the front of the box. And if I move it like this, you'll see there's a bit of a pattern here. And this looks like it lights up. Very nice. You know, I would say very small and thin. Like, this thing is tiny. Okay, so I had to get a tape measure. We're going to measure this because it is very unique. Okay, so on this side, let's do this properly here. We have a little better than 4 inches on this side. I would say, I'm guessing that this is a square. Yeah, it's a square. All right. And it's not very thick. You know, very sleek. I would say it's a very sleek box. Sleek. Adapter seems okay. Nothing wrong with the adapter. Now, normally I don't recommend using the HDMI cables that come with these boxes, but lately I've been getting better quality cables, and this one feels okay. It is high speed with Ethernet. Okay. All right. So take this off because we're going to hook this box up. I don't know if I'll be using this cable per se because I have one all ready to go. And I'm going to take a look at the remote now. So compared to the ONN remote, this is a lot bigger. And you've also got functions here because on some of those IP TV providers that you can subscribe to through Yoka TV, you can do the rewinding and have your DVR style functions. And this one here is dedicated for your TV, so if you want to control your TV, and this one is for the Yoka box itself. You've also got some hotkeys here, and there's your Google button here. And this is mouse mode. So if you want to use this box to like surf the internet, you click on this and then you would simply navigate over here. So this has got a circle within a moving square. This is a home button. This is your back button. So it feels nice. I'm not too sure if it lights up or not, but we'll find out. It looks like it might, so I don't know. It should actually guide me through it when I hook it up. So I've got to get some batteries in this, and we'll do that. It takes AAA batteries, so it might not light up. That could be an indication. Just going to check, see if it lights up or not. No. So the remote does not appear to light up. So that's, and I had a feeling because the AAA batteries, a lot of lit up remotes are using doubles. Got to plug in some power. And we'll see what the boot up screen looks like on this box. And there we go. And hook in the HDMI cable. I'm going to use mine that's already hooked in through my video switcher. And as it's booting up, you have an indicator light right here. So we'll take a look at that. And I'm just going to go over to that boot up screen. And this is what the boot up screen looks like. Bluetooth pair, 20 centimeters of the device, hold OK button and volume down button. So we're going to hit that and the volume down button. That's very similar to other remotes. And I should have that connected. And we're connected, added successfully. Okay, good. And then we're going to go into the home screen, I would imagine. Press right. So we want English, yes. Scale. Okay, so I don't have this set up for my TV. So we're going to just do this. 4K 60, yes. And the date. So we're 2025, so 12-hour format. Okay, oh, so 12-hour format, wireless network. And now I have to set it up for my wireless network, and then we'll take a quick look. Now I'm just going to go back to me. So before we go any further, I need to let you know that I have to follow YouTube's guidelines when it comes to these streaming boxes. So I've got a Facebook link in my description, and that's going to take you to the unedited part of this video where you can see more features on this box. I cannot show you a lot of things in regards to the content, that sort of thing. I can go into a lot more details about certain features like side loading and things like that through a different platform. I cannot talk about that on YouTube because of those guidelines, and it is very important that I follow their guidelines, because if I don't, well, you won't even see this video. So it's kind of important. But I can show you some stuff, but not a lot of stuff. So on this channel, I can at least tell you what I think of the box and how I think it performs in comparison with other boxes, and do I think that it's going to be worth the money for 2026. You may or may not consider getting one of these. So I've showed you a little bit of the boot up, but I may have to blur some stuff out, and then we're going to have a little discussion. And if you want to see the unedited version of the video, you want to see more, well then go to the description, click on that link, and it will take you right there. So I do appreciate that. And if you want to follow me there, that's great. I'm using that as kind of my members only, but without the membership fees, if you catch my meaning. So that would be great if you were to follow me there and hit the like and all that other good stuff. So I would appreciate it. So let's go back and see what I can kind of show you, and we'll go from there. Yoka TV Online, you have MovieArc, you have Browse here, so this is their internet. You have YouTube, you have Netflix, and from what I can understand is this is the SD version of Netflix, and that's because this is a non-certified Google device which is using AOSP. So that's just a non-certified version of Android. And again, I've stated this before, is you kind of want this, and I will explain why. It's also got a VPN provider, and you don't need a VPN because this particular box uses legitimate software, and you can do that. You've also got, and I'm just going to remove myself here, you've got app installers, you've got movie players, you got your file browser. This is for that micro SD card slot. You can clean up your memory. So it's got some nice features there too. You can do mirror cast, so you want to cast from your phone, you can. It can do a lot of things that other Android boxes do. So they've got the Disney Plus and other things here as well. And there's your Netflix, your Plex, your Prime Video, Surfshark. So they even give you another option for VPN if you prefer to use that. You've got, now I just did an update on it, so we're going to check this one here out, and it can do online updates, so we can do updates, and I do believe we're a current MovieArc, and we have all the features, so it has done its updates, so this is great. And it took a little while to do the updates, so just be warned, it's going to take a few minutes. I would say roughly 5 minutes to do the updates, so some people might think that's forever, but for me, not a big deal. And this VLC is your multimedia player. So I just wanted to let you know that. I almost forgot what it was for. And then you can test your speed. Okay, so when you're checking out your speed, you need to go into mouse mode. It's got a very nice speed tester. Yeah, I like the speed tester on this one. Compared to a lot of other boxes, I think the speed tester on this one's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, it's got nice charts, graphs. Very good speed tester. Very, very good. I like it. Little bit of advertising though. So on mouse mode, I just want to let you know, this is mouse mode. And I just want to, I'm going to go back to me real quick. So before I do that, I have to put myself in the corner. There we go. All right. So on the remote, you'll have this button right here, mouse mode. So you click on that, and then you use these arrow keys to move your mouse around, and then you just use your OK to click. It's pretty simple. So if I want to click off the advertising, oh, it just gets out of there automatically, so you don't even have to worry about. But this is mouse mode. So you can see the little mouse arrow. Now if I don't touch it for a bit, if I leave it alone, it should just disappear. If it doesn't disappear on its own, then you just click on mouse mode again. There you go, and it disappears. It just fades away. Now you're using these. And I'm just going to get myself out of the corner here because we have to go to the settings. So on your settings, you've got bug reports, so you can report any problems. You've got your account settings, device preferences, remote settings, apps, and go into more settings. So you can do your HDMI CEC, your playback settings. So HDMI self-adaptation, you can turn that on and off. Now here's one here, sound settings. So you've got, because I wanted to see what kind of sound you have here. So you've got automatic, and you've got Dolby DRC mode line, okay. And then this is for your, if you want to connect this to your, through the Toslink, the fiber optic out. So if you want to connect that, that's what this is. So you can turn that on or off. And then you can connect it to a sound bar through that optical cable. Okay, and then we're going to get out of here, and then you've got your power functions, you've got your picture standard, and oh, you can change. So this is something different that you don't see on other boxes. So I'll put myself in the corner here. So if you look here, you've got standard, you've got vivid, so I can change it to vivid. So you've got some extra features on your picture that you don't have with some boxes. So I can just, you can go soft, sport, movie mode. So kind of like your TV settings. We'll just leave it on standard. You can do custom settings here, brightness. Okay, so you can change the saturation stuff. This is what I'm talking about when I say that this is a very configurable little streaming box. Those fully loaded boxes don't have these features. So they're usually set up and then that's it. Whatever they have them set up with is what you get. So you can change your aspect ratio to, let's say, panorama. You can go back to this, go to here. So I've got a panorama, full screen, dot by dot. I'm not too sure what that means. And then auto. And then you can also do a reset. When here, power definition, your shutdown, restart, power key. Okay, so you can suspend it with the power key. You can do a restart with the power key. You can actually assign what you want your power key to do. Set shutdown on default, which is normal. And you can set your device's name. So if you want to set your device's name so that it's recognized with your TV set, you can. And then you would just say IPX2, and this is where you would do. Okay. And okay, so now I'm pretty sure, I just want to see YouTube here for a second here, because it's got YouTube, watch the latest videos. So this is a legal version of YouTube, just so you know. And you can sign in with your phone, and that's usually what I do. And then you can go to your channel and play your own videos, that sort of thing. So it does 4K 60, this box, so not bad. Okay, and then what do we got here? If you want to add something, choose an app. So this is your app store. Team Viewer, Quick Support, Plex. And you can also get access to stuff at the Google Play Store too. Okay. Memory clean. So after you're done, by the way, when you install any updates, you want to clean out your memory. So, and that's what you'll do. And I don't know why that came up in French, but it did. Okay. App installer. And I'm just going to take this off. And then app store. Okay. And then you have, I just want to see if they have any other. Oh, they've got a Vast one. Okay, that's good. Vast is good. All right. Okay, take a look around their app store. It's not exactly work properly, so you have to configure everything first. So it's for experienced users. It does not support M3U or any other playlists. So if you're familiar with IPTV, M3U is a different type of player. Okay. Okay. App Store, App Installer. Okay, so you can install apps using this, using the flash drive. So if you have them on a flash drive, you can do it directly onto the device. So this is what I mean by configurable. And if you go into here, now this is your Portal. So Yoka TV doesn't have their own they're not an IPTV provider. You need to add your own. So they also have dials. So as I said before, once again, it's very configurable. So I like the Android Classic, and then you've got your Stalker Portal, you've got your extreme codes, M3U, and then you can add manually, you can import them, quick add, stream codes, Stalker Portal, add manually. So you can add your optional, your alias, and your input server. So whatever server you're using, you can do that. We're going to go back to me. All right, so let's go back to me. Why would you go with this box over the ONN box? So I'm going to give you some reasons why. For one, this box is not going to be subject to any changes that may come down the pipe in 2026. So in 2026, as you already know, Fire OS has come out with Vega and they've stopped sideloading. Now Android is also supposed to be doing the same thing in 2026 with all of their devices. And the reason why this is happening is NVIDIA Shield and all these other streaming boxes that you can go and buy, they have things like Netflix and those type of things on their boxes. So when people buy those boxes, they're going to want to see Amazon Prime and Netflix and all of those icons so that they can use those providers, because a lot of people do pay for those services. Now, some people want to sideload their boxes with things like FlixVision and those type of apps. And this is where the conflict comes in, because those other companies are saying, if you're going to allow that, then you can't put our Netflix app on your platform and on your box. And that's going to hurt their sales, because they're going to be like, well, who's going to want to buy a box if it doesn't have Netflix? In other words, they're going to be worried about people returning the devices, because they're going to be like, well, I bought this box because I wanted to watch Netflix and it doesn't do that. And then what's the store going to do? Explain to them what sideloading is and things? Not everybody does those things. So, they've just decided to say, okay, we're going to do away with that. And then people are going to have to find another way through some other means. And that's where this box comes into play. People might say that, well, I can do this on my computer. Well, a computer is going to cost you a lot more than one of these boxes, and you're not going to have a nice remote control for your navigation and your ease of use and things like that. So this box has already been hardware configured for watching TV. So that is the nice thing about it. It is a customizable streaming box that you can use for your IPTV, and if you wanted to do some sideloading, you can. So you can go into the developer options on this box and you can do your sideloading for your FlixVision and all that other good stuff if you want to. I can't show you that on YouTube, but that's what you can do with this box. Now, the downside of this box is it does cost more money than an ONN box, but the remote and the hardware does feel a lot nicer than the remote on the ONN box. It's a bigger remote, but it also has more features like your rewind, your playback. So if you were to use some of those IPTV features where you want to play back and stop live TV, so it's kind of like a cable box with a DVR. However, you don't have a DVR, so to speak, because I think on some of those you can go back like 8 days, that sort of thing, which is quite a bit. So I think that that's a good option. So anyways, I've pretty much said everything I need to say about this box. And that's why I would recommend it. So if you're the type of person that likes to do a lot of tweaking, a lot of playing around, you want to see for yourself, you want to have the control over your streaming box, more control over it than, let's say, a VC box or a super box or one of those boxes. You want to, be able to get right into the operating system a little bit more than this box will allow you to do it. The fact that it allows you to also play with the picture controls is kind of nice too. So it has a lot of nice options on that. Now they do have a newer version of this, which has got the unlicensed Android 14. I think it's it's AOSP version of Android 14. I don't have that box. But if you wanted something with a newer version of Android, well, that does exist. They do have that one as well. I don't have a link to it, but they did say that they might send me one of those, and if they do, I'd be more than happy to review it on my channel and check out and see what the user interface on that one looks like. Since I've been talking to you and using this box, I've notice that it doesn't get especially hot. It does get a little bit warm, but it's not burning my hands. I'm just going to go to the downward shot, and whoops, I am not in the downward shot. So let me just go to the downward shot. Okay, so on this box, it is not hot. It's warm. It gets warm, but it's not like cooking my hands, and I don't find it to be dangerously hot. It's got some ventilation, but not a lot of ventilation, but it's got some on the very bottom. So I do like the fact that you can hang it on the wall if you want. So it's kind of cool that way. Now, I know that's Now, I'm just going to show you the downward shot because I've had this box running for a little bit, and I'm going to show you what temperature it is and things like that, because some people have complained that some of these boxes get a little bit warm. So I'm just going to go down there. And here is the shot of the bottom. I'm showing 41.1 Celsius and minimum 37. So as you can tell, it's not that hot. It's pretty good. So that's it for this video. So if you want to check out the other video, I have a channel called Blue Collar Guy Overtime, and we'll go into a deeper dive on this box, and that will be linked in the description. So I'd like to thank Yoka TV for sending me out this box, and I'd also like to thank them for their patience, because it took a little while to set up another platform so that I could show you a deeper dive of what these boxes can do, and they were very, very patient with me on that, and I do appreciate that. So anyways, take care, be safe at work, and I will see you at the next video. And I've got a lot more exciting things to come, so you're going to want to hit that notification bell and that subscribe if you want to see those. Bye.